Hey everyone, got some big HCMC news to share with you today. HCMC stock has been doing pretty well again lately, bouncing back from its dip in the share price along with the rest of the market. Big news coming out is they're setting up their own official Twitter feed. We'll have a look at that in a minute. They've also filed their Form 10K, so you can delve into the financials as deep as you see fit and see just what they did right, what they did wrong, and how they value their employees. And then last but not least, the viral sensation that this company has become is continuing, and they've now featured in a cracking read on Microcap Daily. If you haven't read that, I would massively recommend doing it. But anyway, let's get in there, let's have a look and see where we are at with HCMC stock now. Hey guys, here we go then. So HCMC has been doing pretty well over the last couple of days, recovering from its dip, touching 009 essentially, coming up to a support pattern here at 17, and then getting ready for a breakout towards the court case news going forward and excellent PR coming from the company. So as we mentioned earlier, we've got the official Twitter page being announced. So they've made their first post basically with their first welcome message from the CEO Jeff Holman. So the company now has an official way to reach out on social media to its shareholders and customers, which is absolutely great. And they dealt with the fake Twitter page that was present very, very well indeed, and now that is essentially being cast into the back burners, and they're going to go forward and drive out their own PR through the Twitter feed as well as normal other means. So if we pop on over to the Twitter page, you can see that they've garnered over 10,400 followers practically overnight. And all they've done so far is release their first ever tweet, which was 10 hours ago now, from the CEO Jeffrey Holman saying, "Hello, welcome to the real Twitter page," essentially to the loyal shareholders. And you can quickly see his little message here that basically says, note the name matches about their most recent release. This is the current Twitter feed for this company. It's important that this is an open forum to answer questions from us investors and beyond. So this company is reaching out and really values, or is demonstrating to me that it really values its shareholders by setting up this deliberately so quickly after denouncing a fake Twitter page. This shows that they really do value shareholders going forward. Then if you look on the Twitter feed from Uscan Trading Solutions, you can see the bullish breakout pattern that I was talking about earlier. So we've got it trending downwards here to a support level. Then as we get towards the court case, it's due to continue to fly back out of it, essentially back up to similar to where it was before we started having the motion to dismiss filed by Philip Morris. As I mentioned, they filed their 10K today, so their Form 10K, you can get involved and you can have a look. I'll bring that up shortly. But this guy here, Sanoa Extended, basically summed it up pretty well, to be fair. It's a financial report, and this is a pretty decent one, to be fair. Yes, they lost money, but not particularly in a bad way. 2020 was a very tough year for business, and the fact that they only lost a little bit of money and a little bit of their sales in the middle of a global pandemic really isn't bad at all. They actually increased their bottom line, their profit margin, by increasing their efficiency, and then they also reduced some of their debt as well. But this is a really, if you read into it, you can see that they've got the transparency from the leadership team, and the business is continuing to grow. Any company that talks about its staff in such a successful way and really does care about them is really good for business, because if employees feel valued, then they're going to do their best and be the most productive that they possibly can be. So that to me suggests a lot of optimism around this company heading over past the court case date and heading into the rest of the financial year. If you really do want to dive into the Form 10K, it is perfectly available, filed yesterday, and you can really delve into anything that you want on there. You've got the business, risk factors. If you've read into one of these reports before, I'm not going to bore you to death, but you can get absolutely everything on here. A real breakdown of the business, a real breakdown of the business financials. And you can even get at like how it's broken down in terms of vapor sales, grocery sales. Really interesting if you want to really dive into the absolute fundamentals. A lot of people will just be trading this stock on the news and exactly like the news from the court case, the really big pieces of information. There's a lot of information in this report, in this Form 10K, for people that prefer a lot more information, which is really good as well. And then last but not least, we all know that this company is viral. It is all over YouTube, all over social media. And recently, Microcap Daily released an article called "A Major Resurgence on HCMC Stock as the PMI Patent Infringement Lawsuit Gains Serious Traction." Now that, on Microcap Daily, is a really great read, guys. I seriously recommend having a look, taking half an hour, grabbing yourself a cup of tea or cup of coffee and go and have a look and read that article, because if you're not bullish about the company beforehand, you certainly will be afterwards. That is absolutely for certain. So, big strides made by the company. Own Twitter feed sorted. Still continuing the viral nature of this business through Twitter, through other means. Form 10K filed. Actually looks pretty good on there as well, in really good shape going forward. 15th of March is still the court case date. There's a bullish pattern building up to that date, so there's going to be considerable growth over the coming days, I believe, especially if we get any information from the court case. And then after that, we've got the viral nature from Microcap Daily, further adding weight behind the viral nature of this company, and then also the fundamentals behind it as well. If you get 10 minutes, give it a read. You will not regret it, guys. That's all I've got for you today. It's been fantastic to bring you this video as always. Please smash that like button on your way out, and I'll see you in another investing episode. Catch you later.